Now, let me see if I can have him walk into his song. Mark Harris, who said he would never appear on the show again.
Yes, he left and said goodbye.
Let me put the music on. Hold on.
That was supposed to be the end.
Here he comes. Hold it a second. Here he comes. He's going to actually sing. There he is.
That's a hard act to follow, though.
He is in full tux.
I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. I am paid for everything, selling each romance, some heart betraying. There will come a day my youth will pass away. So then what will they say about me? When the end comes, I know they'll say just a gigolo. As life goes on without me.
All right, thank you. There it is.
Gonna go on.
Mark Harris. All right.
Yeah. We certainly did.
How is everything?
Yeah, we didn't miss a beat. Mark, sit down.
What are you doing here?
Look at this.
Saying hello to you, Robin.
You walked out on us.
Oh, Robin, you always bring up such negativity.
You're supposed to
Mark, what happened? The last time you were here, I asked you if you would take a lie detector test, and you took such offense at it.
I just wanted to make sure I got the paper, you got the water.
Mark, I think you realized when you left the show that people you expected to have. You can leave your headphones on. What did you expect by leaving the show? I think in your warped mind, you thought you were going to get all this attention.
No,
and
you're wrong.
Really?
Did you listen to me?
Go ahead. I still don't know what you were mad about. I cannot figure you out.
No, nobody can.
Right.
But when you talk about what I was angry about.
Were you on your period or?
No.
Right.
No. If it starts with the lie detector test, which I didn't want to do, and didn't want to respect.
What was I even asking him?
What is so offensive about a lie detector test?
Well, you could always refuse.
Well, I did. What is the next thing? A blood test? I mean, what do you have to do on radio?
Oh, are you out of your mind?
Let's put it this way.
Wait a minute.
It was not entertaining, Robin.
It was entertaining to us.
Why did we ask him to take a lie detector test?
I forget.
What was it? What was the reason why?
I am sure he remembers.
I swear I don't.
No, not you.
What is it?
Because Mark claims he claims he's a bisexual man and sometimes gay, and claims he has never had anal sex, and you didn't believe him.
Right. So I said, would you take a lie detector test to find out if you had anal sex? And you got so freaked out.
Well, freaked out. Look, that's a lot of secrets.
All we could think was you had something to hide that we didn't even know about.
And then you cursed. And Jackie keeps throwing paper at Mark, and Mark's squirting him with a water gun.
Too bad you don't have an umbrella.
All right, stop, Jackie, for a minute, please. I'm trying to interview Mark. I want to get to the bottom of it.
You didn't want to hear the whole song?
No, but I mean, we have always been very good to you. I mean, there's no other show that puts you on.
I am the first.
Right. I mean, there's no other show that even takes an interest in you.
What did you do?
Just Robin, shut up.
You walked out.
You're committing career suicide when you walk out the door.
Howard,
I mean, if you had any kind of career, it was from this show.
Howard, you've always been good to me. You always gave me the platform, especially for the Medal of Freedom for Martha Ray.
Of course.
And our thanks was?
And our thanks was you stormed off and badmouthed me.
We had, no.
Really?
No.
Now, weren't you writing a book?
You let me talk.
Aren't you writing a book about me that badmouths me?
It doesn't badmouth you.
Right. Why would you try to make money off of my name? Why would you try to make money off my name if you hate me?
You're writing a book?
Why would I make money off your name? It's not a tell-all.
That's what you said.
Tell-all. You said it was.
Responding to everything you have said, I have said. It's like ping pong. You say something, I say something. Points of view. You call that making money off you?
Yes, of course. You're writing a book about me.
Are you writing?
No.
It's my sweat equity to do it.
Well, you're writing a book about me.
And me.
What's it about?
And you.
Not only you asked.
Who's interested in you? They're interested in me, not you.
Know something in my shows. How many of your fans came to see me?
Well, of course. Who else would come to see you?
Well, whatever. So I thank you for the popularity.
You have no fans. I have fans. They're coming there to goof on you.
You want to call them? There's a lot of good people.
All right. Okay. So now you are over the lie detector incident.
I'm well over that.
And you did write
it. My 50th birthday.
And didn't you write a nasty song about me as well? Do you want to perform that?
I don't call it nasty.
You don't think that was nasty? You do.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, let me tell you what precedes the song that sets it up.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes. I'm just looking for the soundtrack. Go ahead.
In the middle of the show, there is a 9.5-minute movie clip of all the beautiful musicals and the ladies and the men of the day.
This is your nightclub act?
In the middle of the act, yes.
You stop your singing and then you show movie clips.
Thank God.
Yeah. You secured the rights to these movie clips?
Of course.
You did?
Yes.
All right, I got that. But go ahead.
You know he does everything.
Hook him up to the lie detector.
You
go ahead.
are allowed legally to use a clip if it's under a certain amount of time. Tony Toronto, who put it together.
Tony Toronto put it together?
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Okay, and Leo the Lion.
Is he from Toronto? Leo the Lion.
Anybody with a regular name?
All right, so you're saying in your nightclub act.
After the glamorous part of the show with these movies and everything, then I come back dressed as this.
Right.
Okay, first stand number. And then I talk about today's glamour. Today's stars. You're the king. You're the king of all media. The star, right?
All right, well, that's very nice.
The contrast of the movie, when I'm singing the song, is so funny after seeing William Holden, Fred Astaire, Cary Grant.
And are there ever any more than 2 people in the audience when you perform this act?
Thank God there were.
There were?
Oh, yeah.
And what happened? Since you left us, were you in...
You would be more interested to know how many not only applauded me, wouldn't let me off the stage.
Really? They will not let you off the stage?
And, 6 guys bought me a bottle of Dom Perignon champagne, came back to the room.
6 men?
6 men.
And you brought 6 men from the audience back into your room?
Well,
after the show.
Brought a nice bottle of Dom Perignon.
And you drank with 6 men?
And my choreographer was...
No women, just men.
Yeah, my choreographer.
Your choreographer?
Miriam Nelson.
Yeah.
Very good choreographer.
What dancing is going on?
Well, a time step or 2.
And after you were done with the bottle of Dom...
when people have fun.
No, but after you're done with the bottle of Dom Perignon, where does the bottle go? Where does it wind up?
I don't know what they do with it. All I about is an autograph.
And have you gained weight since your last appearance here?
No.
There's been some talk that you look a little heavier.
He doesn't look
No.
No, I think he looks all right.
The only thing I'll say, because he made a cute remark about my face being like a pumpkin.
Right.
Well, I just met a very good plastic surgeon here in New York.
Go ahead.
Dr. Robert Freund.
Okay.
And he's going to straighten out what needs to be done because this roundness is from surgery. It's not going to go away. It's 3 years already.
I see. So you were damaged from surgery.
But damaged. This is how it,
This is how it turned out. You were better off before, weren't you?
Well, if you look at it as an investment in my years, I'm 50.
Right.
Good for 50, right?
Well,
I don't think it would be this good if I didn't have the surgery.
I see. All right, well, there it is. Mark is back. Now, Mark, what is the song you're going to perform? Is this the Howard Stern song? You'll do a couple of... well, of course, who doesn't want to hear that?
You're never going to let me sing it all the way through.
No, never. No one can take it. I can't imagine.
I have to say to him, I am very hurt by, the way you have treated us.
Wait a minute.
And to just waltz back in here without even an apology.
I did not.
You were very rude. You were very rude.
No, you were rude.
I asked you for a lie detector test.
No, and you didn't let it.
So what? That's my style of interviewing.
It's all so foolish to belabor all this.
What happened to the woman you were engaged to? Is that over?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Did we ruin that?
Oh, no.
How did we ruin that?
I never said that.
No, what happened? What happened between the two of you?
It's over.
Really? No woman. Now, who's this lover that you went off to? Is there some guy in Europe who wants to marry you? Now, a new guy?
He doesn't want to marry me. He is married.
He is married.
He's married to a woman?
Now, I read in the notes that you left here and you went off to Europe to see some man.
Razi, yeah.
Razi. Now, who's Razi?
Well, he's an old-time friend of mine.
Yes.
And after 13 years, he finally located me because I called, the whole thing also a long time ago.
Right.
Using investigators and all that. And he went back to Beirut.
Men are so in love with you that
they get investigated.
They want to.
I was surprised myself.
Right. So Razi.
So I got there to Paris that night after, the next day after.
After our fiasco, yes.
And we reminisced, talking about this, that, and the other thing. He wants to move to California. I just moved to New York the other week, and c'est la vie. That's it.
No lovemaking?
No, honest, no.
Really?
No.
And there's not going to be a great reunion?
You would have made love.
I would have.
You would have?
Yes.
But
he was so hurt, and he wanted to tell me his feelings. The guy was crying. I couldn't even believe this was going on.
You have such a love life. I mean, men are wild for you.
Well, do you want to hear about last night?
What happened?
Well, I went to...
By the way, I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
The next time you ever come on this show, as penance for walking off here and saying mean things, you will have to come in here in bra and panties. That's going to be the rule.
There's a lot of changes in my show. I do a fashion show.
Go ahead.
I drag nothing.
Him.
I have no interest in bras and panties.
I have an interest in seeing you in bra and panties.
I have an interest in seeing you do it.
All right, well, fine. You're going to have to do it the next time you come on. That is my rule.
What does this have to and this rule?
Have to, because you disrespected the show.
No.
The hand that feed you.
I disrespected the way you treated me.
Right.
Not your show.
From now on, you're going to take... From now on, you'll appear in bra and panties.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No,
you will. Oh, it'll happen. Because you will get desperate to come on here. Because
I wish we had that.
Oh, no.
Because you crave attention.
You're talking desperate?
Yes.
Do you really think I'm desperate?
Yes.
Capital D.
You need fame and you need the show so badly that you will appear here in bra and panties.
I have my own radio starting on WGBB.
Oh, in Freeport? Good luck.
So you got to start someplace, didn't you?
WGBB, you're 50 years old. It's a little late to be starting.
Well, I'll
no
be
offense.
The oldest one in show business to make it for the millennium.
We'll see.
Change for the millennium.
Isn't it true that you now insist on being called a new name with something about millennium in it?
No, they announced me as the showman of the millennium.
He is now calling himself the showman of the millennium.
Hey,
You didn't see my
Who is they? Who announces you as the showman of the millennium?
Tell to.
Oh.
At the Hollywood Roosevelt, of course, when they announced me.
Now, I see here you're appearing at the... This is actually a legitimate gig you have.
what is he going
All my gigs are legitimate.
I think I lost your gig, but where is it you're appearing?
Sunday night, the new Huntington Townhouse.
The new Huntington Townhouse. You will be there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And you will perform for Valentine's Day.
Yep.
It is a dinner show.
Dinner show.
You
Yes,
have
it
to
is.
eat while this is going?
No, you don't.
Can you eat first?
But I don't notice that you've lost weight growing up, Robin.
There's a bucket at every table.
This Sunday at the new Huntington Townhouse for the Valentine's Day show with Mark Harris. I think I might have to go to this.
Well, good for you.
I'm thinking of going.
I really would love it if you'd be there.
I have to see this
With
show.
your wife.
You'll be amazed.
Let's all go.
I have to see it.
Let's all go.
Really?
I'll tell you.
I swear to God, I got to see
I've
this.
had
Will
my
you be
experience.
there?
It's your-
And they introduce you as showman for the millennium.
Yes.
That is your heading. You're like,
Don't you think towards the millennium we should try and clean it up and make everybody have fun again and fantasy? And
your kind of entertainment.
yes, to years.
Yeah.
Going into the millennium, is it going to get any worse than it is already?
You don't like the direction entertainment's
What is wrong
going
with
in.
entertainment today?
Well,
It doesn't include Mark.
no. Seriously speaking, what do you like about it? Let me ask you that.
I love all the different shows on television.
Sure.
I love Dawson's Creek, 90210.
I love good music, which you can find plenty of.
Some of the movies today have been
What
fantastic.
cabaret acts do you like?
Cabaret acts. I'm not gay, Mark.
You don't have to
Cabaret
be gay.
is dead.
Cabaret is over, man. That's a throwback to... That's what gay guys like who are into the
No, there's a lot of
20s and the
great men. I
30s.
was at the awards last night,
What
the MAC
awards?
Awards for cabaret artists here in New York.
Cabaret artists.
Jamie Leroy, and she runs it.
Right.
Why don't you come to Don't Tell Mamas next Tuesday? I'm going to sing there.
Nobody goes there except for you, Mark.
Why won't you go?
I will never go to that. That's not my idea of entertainment, watching somebody sing old songs.
This nostalgia is a wonderful thing.
Right, well,
And
that's
there
for you.
it is. What is swing?
For you and your
what
friends.
is swing dancing about?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Of
not
course,
doing
that's
that.
it.
Well, who would be into that?
You don't
Are you
know.
into swing dancing?
There's a whole underground of people now, young.
Yeah, underground.
I was
Keep
at-
them under the ground.
Harley Davidson underwrote the swing dancing last year at Paramount Studios.
Only Mark has time. Let me see, Mark, let me tell you about real world. Heterosexual men who have to go to work every day.
Everything comes down to heterosexual
No,
and gay.
I'm just telling you. Heterosexual men who have to go to work every day. And gay men who have to go to work every day
Yes.
do not have time for this nonsense. We are
call
holding
it
down
nonsense.
jobs. I'm holding together a family. I have things I have
I
responsibilities.
think you're a very good family.
Thank you. Well,
But in
Don't
all,
have time
let me
for
just say
swing
this.
dancing.
Let me say this.
Right.
In all deference to the caller,
Right.
and she was a little outrageous. I don't say no.
Right.
But don't you think there's a lot of people out there that don't like the smut and such?
what is smutty to you?
I mean,
What is smutty?
I don't know what it's about.
What's smut? Everyone screams about smut. What? Because they
I don't know about
What's smut?
he's
What
talking
are you
about.
talking
Yeah,
about?
what's smut? What don't you like in show business? Let me hear. What do you want to return to? Because you hate what?
Well, like musicals. I love musicals.
Right.
But in the movies today, if they'd cut out the four-letter words, it would be...
You don't like four-letter words? That really upsets you?
In the movie, it's what the audience gets. There's a lot of children out there. I'm
Don't
not
bring
older
them.
than thou, but yesterday's movies were so hopeful.
There's a lot of PG movies. There's a lot of movies without cursing.
Yeah, then maybe
Yeah.
they need better actors. I don't know. Look at the actors.
What about a movie with two men having anal sex? Would you like to see that?
No.
You would not?
No, I wouldn't.
You don't want to see that?
No.
You've never seen that?
You
No, I don't want to see that. I thought maybe you would.
No.
He's just asking.
All right, let's take a couple of calls from Mark Harris, and then he'll perform his Howard Stern
And Howard,
song.
don't forget you have to ask him about, he had a romantic liaison with a very famous person.
Who?
You didn't see that in the notes?
No.
Rock Hudson.
Is that true? You were romantic with Rock Hudson?
No sex. No sex.
No sex,
He
but
was
they were
very-
romantic.
Oh, wait a second. Let me hear this. Where the hell you been on this one? You and Rock Hudson, one of the top leading men?
What year?
I
was
wouldn't
this?
say he was a top.
He was one of the top leading men. Oh, he wasn't on top, I
You
see.
got it.
All right, I'm
He
sorry.
was a very kind man, a wonderful man, gentleman.
And you didn't do anything with him?
He helped me in time of need.
Well, how did he help you?
Why do you think he helped
As
you?
a friend, he helped me
He
financially.
wanted you, though.
Yes.
He did. He said to you, I want you, Mark.
Yes.
And you withheld from
Why did you withhold from Rock Hudson? I mean, after all, he's probably everything you dream of. He's a good-looking man.
No.
He's not?
I dream of?
Yeah, he's in show
A
business.
good-looking,
He was wonderful.
famous-
He was a wonderful man.
Where did you meet Mr. Rock Hudson?
It was then the Cafe Swiss on Rodeo Drive.
I see. That's a gay place?
What year was that?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
1982.
How could you say yes to Martha Ray and no to Rock Hudson?
I don't know.
At that time, there was much tragedy in my life.
I'm sorry.
What was the tragedy in your life?
I know what it is.
What is it?
It was pretty heavy.
Mark's got a brother who's ill, and Rock helped him out with his brother. Is that right?
Is that right?
He helped me out with my mother. They had just taken my mother's leg off. She was 61 years old.
And Rock
took care of my brother. I had to put my brother away.
And why do you think? Why do you think Rock was so interested in you? He wanted you sexually.
Rock Hudson had the same surgery as my mother, but my mother did not make it. He did, and he showed me the bypass in his leg and the surgery just before my mother.
Oh, I bet he did.
Oh, yes, he did.
Yes. So you went to his mansion, I assume, to rendezvous with him. He probably had intentions of seducing you. Am I correct?
He was a very emotional man, a very kind man.
Right.
And nothing took place sexually.
Wait,
Did
you go to his estate?
No, I didn't.
Did you?
How did he meet Rock Hudson?
At the Swiss Cafe.
But, I mean, were you just sitting there and he came over to you, or what?
Yeah, that's the truth.
He saw you and right away he spotted you as another gay guy.
He's
In a sense, he could tell. You have a gaydar, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
So you knew he was gay right away, and he knew you were. You were
very kind.
You were very young at that point.
No. I was what? I was 33.
33 years old. In the prime of your time. And meeting Rock Hudson had to be a little bit heady for you.
It was.
Please don't act like you weren't impressed.
I was too involved in what I had to do at that time.
So then did he take you to his estate? Did he whisk you off in his car?
I did not go to his mansion.
Well,
Never.
They handed you money in a restaurant?
We met quite a number of times.
Where?
We became friends.
Where do you meet if you don't go to his house? In Beverly Hills you met? In a hotel? You did? Yeah. Oh, wait a second.
But what's the big deal? It was not consummated.
Where were you at the hotel?
Yes, he showed me his genitalia.
Well, did you kiss Rock Hudson?
Wait, he just said Rock showed him his genitals.
He did?
And anybody that knows Rock Hudson knows that's the biggest thing alive.
Really? Bigger than Milton Berle?
Let me tell you something. You could put a leash on it and take it out for a walk.
Really?
I never saw anything like that in my life.
Rock Hudson was huge.
Is there humongous?
Well, how does it
Wow.
happen that a man just gets up and shows you?
No,
was it beautiful?
The scar, and it ran all the way up, and he had further.
Oh, he had to show you the scar in his leg.
Well, explaining the surgery.
Wait a second. All right. So Rock becomes your friend. I assume he called you and said, "Mark, where are you staying?" You told him the hotel, and he came over to see you as a friend.
No.
All right, then tell me.
We would meet for dinner. He would take me to and from the airport because I was going much that time back to New York because of my mother. And he was very involved in the tragic point of my life. And
we understand that. We understand. So did you know he wanted to get in your pants?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was not.
So then he would go up to you. So he would go sometimes up to your room after you ate dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Rock said, "Look, I want to show you my surgery scarf, but I'll have to take my pants off in order to show you the scarf." Is that fair to say?
What happened.
Okay. Then so why did he have to take why did he have to take his underwear off to show you the scarf?
Let me tell you, he wore boxer shorts. That thing was so big, it was hanging down to the thigh.
You're telling me that even with boxer shorts on, Rock Hudson's genitalia was exposed to you?
It was unbelievable.
Right. And so you saw it?
Yes.
And when you saw it, did he say, "Mark, please, I need you to service me"?
No, he never said
that. He never said that?
Never.
Did he ever kiss you?
Yes.
Oh. He did kiss you?
Yes.
Let's think about that for a second.
Think about that? I mean, come on. You could have relations and you can't have a kiss? But he and I did not have one.
You kissed? No, I understand. You kissed romantically? He held you in his arms?
I was devastated by what was going on in my life.
You were weeping? You were weeping?
Wouldn't you?
Yes, I would. But I don't know that I'd want to kiss another guy during that time. Oh. That's the difference between us.
I have no regrets.
Okay, so he was kissing, so he came over and he fondled you and held you in his arms. Did he rub the back of your head?
He consoled me. He held me in his arms.
He held you in his arms and then began to kiss you passionately.
No, he would talk to me. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry about Mom. You'll get over this. Sometimes life throws you a curve. You're going through a storm. That's the words he used.
I bet, yeah. And then he...
Find this humor.
This is hysterical.
I'm just picturing...
Rock cradling Mark Harris.
Yeah, Howard, you know what I'm...
I have to say, here's Rock Hudson. You know, all he wants to do... He's got a crying Mark.
Yeah, a crying baby on his head.
Very kind individual.
I know that what he did for you was very kind, and I'm sure it was really grateful. But just in a rough number, how much did he help you with financially around? You were generous of it.
When I took an apartment, I couldn't pay the rent.
So how much?
Broke. My first wife took everything.
Really?
She divorced me at the worst part of my life.
Really? Well, can you blame her? You're busy kissing guys.
Would you blame your wife if she divorced you and closed up every bank account when they took your mother's leg off and you had a cripple?
Well, I don't understand what lawyer you had. I mean, there are laws to protect you.
I didn't even, you know something that was uncontested.
I mean, usually when men and women divorce, they split things in half.
Yes, but when you're going through such tragedy, you don't think of those things. It was not important.
I don't believe that for a minute.
Really?
Really, I don't. Especially you.
My mother's life was more important to me. Yes, really.
When you're going through...
Well, that's right. Gay guys are very hung up on their mothers.
I know that.
No, gay guys are very hung up on their mothers.
Would know that.
I forgot he was gay.
It has nothing to do with gay.
Oh, please.
Oh, so straight people do not like their mothers?
We can take them or leave them. You guys, see what I mean? You can't handle it. You can't handle a statement like that.
You that about your mother?
Well, what am I going to do about it? So she gave birth to me. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Sit there and what? Cry for her?
Would you want your children to talk that way about?
Of course, they already do. Are you kidding me? It's only gay guys get that emotionally attached to them. We're men. At some point, I grow up.
If that was really the truth, I would be so very happy to be gay.
Really?
Because
of course, you took it way too hard.
Sick.
You lost all your money because your mom's sick. Listen to this.
Howard, you're saying if you were going through tragedy, you would go to a straight man's apartment and French kiss him?
Yeah. He's terribly in pain and he's kissing Rock Hudson in the hotel.
Stop there.
Yeah, please.
No matter where this conversation would go, it would probably get as big as the lady that preceded me on the phone.
That is true. You're keeping yourself calm.
You really should bring her on.
Mark, do you ever look back, seriously, do you ever look back and are you grateful that you didn't sleep with Rock because he got sick, and you might have gotten sick too?
Absolutely.
Right.
God did preserve me. I'm curious.
God preserved you.
I was proof he had
God was in the room with you.
Circumstances that could have been
very
bad.
I know.
So it turned out to be good that you were having all that tragedy.
Right. Tragedy was good. Your mother saved your life.
Put it that way, but in essence,
because you probably would have opened yourself up to Rock Hudson.
Would you like to know that the next? I want to tell you something. In all respect to my mother. And she knew I was down and out and all that. And when I told her, because I came off the red eye and went straight to the Methodist hospital. So she said,
"You're a good son."
I told her, you know, who took me to the airport and who's helping me and everything. And she said these words to me, "Schmuck, why don't you move in with them?"
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
because
your mother even knew you were a schmuck.
I was so depressed. I mean,
schmuck.
But she was a great lady.
She sounds fantastic. And she raised a great son.
She was a
Yes, go ahead, Don.
Howard, I was riveted to the Mark Harris notes last night. So if you're done with Rock Hudson, we should move on to what your relationship was with Liberace.
Nothing sexual.
Never.
Nothing sexual.
No. How did you know the great Liberace?
I was introduced to him by his manager.
I bet. I guess everybody met you and figured, well, we'll introduce you to famous gay people.
No.
Imagine the signals you're sending out.
They do that.
I don't know.
I get the impression that Mark was like the gay Pamela Lee.
I know.
Gay Pamela Lee?
Yeah.
Every guy had to have him.
Is Mark that good looking?
No. He was.
He was.
He looked like Elizabeth Taylor when he was young.
What do you mean I was?
Sounds like he backed into all the Hollywood.
And you had no ability.
When Dr. Robert Frine takes care of my face, I'll be fine.
Are you upset because you're losing your beauty?
Yeah.
Is it hard for you?
It's very difficult
No, it's not.
It's very difficult.
You really think that?
Yes.
Do I look like Norma Desmond?
You do, yes.
Yeah, okay.
You feel Mark's taking it hard?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Let's put it this way, I don't need Viagra.
Years ago,
this is a man who had his scrotum reconstructed.
I know.
Dr. Freund said that to me. Do we have to do anything in that department?
You know, I forget about that.
Yeah.
He's so into his appearance.
He didn't have trouble getting older.
Right. Oh, of course he does.
It's called maintenance.
Maintenance. Who would have their scrotum rearranged? So that it would look more attractive.
Right, younger.
Younger, a youthful scrotum. Makes no sense.
Scrotum lift.
Oh.
So you see, there's something for everybody.
Were you the first?
Was I
ever have that done?
In my family.
By that doctor, no. In my family, yes.
Is that a very rare surgery? Seriously, I don't think many men care about that, do they? Or is it more common than we know?
I think when men do that, they have penile implants. They don't
is that
think
right?
of reducing their
Really?
fat. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
But anyway, Liberace.
Go ahead, Liberace. So where do you meet Liberace? The manager meets you and says you'd be great, a great match with Lee.
I came up with a written treatment to take Liberace, the musical, to Broadway and introduce him.
Liberace, the musical?
The deal.
Wasn't he about music, Liberace?
No, they found it to be very interesting, and we had meetings for a Broadway musical.
Oh, I bet. Oh,
You know what they found interesting.
Yeah, he was a hot chicken. Right.
No, whatever.
How old were you when you met Liberace?
It was 1984.
You see why Mark thinks all his projects are going to take off? Years ago, when he was really good looking, all the gay men used to go, hey, we want to hear about your project. Meanwhile, they're trying to get in his pants. Now he's 50 years old. He's still running around with the same projects, and no one's paying attention to him.
Why, you think it's bad at this age to still have dreams and hopes?
No, you should have dreams, but the reason people aren't paying attention to you is all these queens.
Very well all these Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel.
You know
I don't understand why
it's happening to beautiful women.
Right.
It happens to beautiful
women. Yeah, now I get it. I meet all these. I meet like penthouse pets. Let me explain it to you.
Go ahead.
We meet penthouse pets and strippers and stuff, and they're so beautiful that we'll sit there and listen to anything they have to say. And then when they start aging and get ugly, nobody wants to pay attention to them. And they're like, my God, what happened? Everybody paid attention to me.
They come in with their scripts and everything, too.
Yeah.
But I'll still sing. I'll still do my best no matter
we
how
know
old
that.
and ugly I may
We know that, but the reason people aren't
my heart is not ugly.
The reason the gay mafia is not paying attention to you anymore is that you're no longer attractive to them. That's why you can't get meetings.
I didn't request any meetings.
Okay.
Right now, my producer...
With Liberace, right away they hustled you up because you were good looking. You thought they were really interested in your ideas.
I did, and I still maintain that thought that that's the way it was.
Yeah, well, you'll never know the difference.
Your interpretation has some...
See if you could get... Who is comparable to Liberace today? Like Richard Simmons? See if you could get a meeting with him.
No, I don't want to meet Richard. I met him once. But I must say that I...
Didn't hit it off?
Nick Vanoff should rest in peace, and no, he wasn't gay. He created, what is that, City of Angels on Broadway, the Kennedy...
Why did you meet Richard Simmons?
Our studios. Nick Vanoff thought I was the beautiful Richard Simmons. There was Richard Simmons fever in those years when he had a show of...
I see. So
they did a pilot for me called Dress Up America.
I see. All right. Okay. Anyway.
Whatever.
So
anyway,
Liberace. All right. So you go over to meet with Liberace.
Very nice man.
And when you go to meet with Liberace, would you meet alone with him?
No.
You would meet in a room with
his manager.
With his manager.
Yes.
And
did he show you any scars?
Nope.
And with Liberace,
no scars, just a very big smile.
And Liberace
in his hair.
Would you meet in his hotel room or his house?
No, right here at the Radio City Music Hall.
Okay. And you walk in, and Lee would make his entrance. Would he wear glamorous outfits for you?
After the show.
Right after the show, was he in his glamorous outfits?
Well, they were there in the dressing room.
Were you enamored with his glamorous outfits?
No, I had never seen him perform before.
What did you think of his outfits? Fabulous?
They were extraordinary. They were very opulent, and that was part of his shtick.
Right, and you were attracted to that, I imagine.
To his fame,
yes.
To his success, but most of all to his kindness. He was a great guy.
And wait a minute, you had never seen him perform, and you had written a musical about him?
Yeah. Do you have to? I mean, I've seen him perform on TV when he had a TV show.
Right, yeah.
But
he's like Yoko. I don't know who you are, Liberace, but I wrote a musical about you.
Well, his manager thought it was valid enough, and Lee liked it.
So you sat down with Lee, and Lee began his conversation with you. And did he try to pick you up?
No.
You did not feel he was sexually aggressive toward you?
No.
Not at all. Not at all turned on.
Did he tell you were pretty?
He never mentioned it.
He never mentioned it?
No.
It was all professional?
He said I had beautiful eyes.
He did say that.
There was a little coming.
Oh, you do.
But so big deal.
Who could miss that?
Mark actually looks like that guy that Liberace used to hang around with, that Boober guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
He's just a good-looking guy that hung around with Liberace.
Boober.
And Liberace eventually told him to get plastic surgery to make him look just like him.
Roger, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi, Mark. I love you. You're cuter than Nathan Lane, and you sang so sweetly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
So I guess you'll be going to Mark's big show.
Why don't you
come to the Huntington Townhouse?
Yeah. Will you be singing?
By the way, maybe what could happen is, you will invite this gentleman backstage.
Maybe he's written a screenplay or something.
And maybe he's written a screenplay about you, and you can discuss it with him.
Oh, okay. As life goes on.
That's right. Okay, let's, come on, we're running out of time here. Ben, go ahead. You're on with Mark Harris, the return of Mark Harris.
Did you say Ben's and go ahead?
Hey, Howard, this guy should be sucking your feet, man. You should have hickeys all over you.
Well, that's okay. I'll pass on that.
Hey, I agree with Robin, man. Get this sissy boy off the air. He's a sword
go
swallower.
take a leak.
Get the sword swallower off the air.
Go find a tree and enjoy yourself.
Hey, come on down to Detroit, man. We'll make a man out of you.
Really? Just buy me a car and forget it.
Hey, if you're a white guy, you got to be either smart or you got to be tough to live in Detroit. Come on down.
Is that right?
That's right. Next time you come on, you got to be in brown panties. That's the rule. Go ahead.
Yes, I won't be on.
That'll be the last appearance then. Joey, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard, as soon as I called up and told the guy, like 2 seconds later, you said it, so you must be reading my mind.
What is that?
That he should get dressed in brown panties. Get back.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, you're right.
And Jackie, too, but that's besides the point.
I agree
Jackie,
with you.
too. That is the point. Hey, Jackie.
Go ahead, Captain Jenks.
No, I'm not.
Captain Jenks, yes.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
Hey,
Captain
Mark.
what?
Captain Jenks.
Yeah, Mark. You know what, Mark? You are a turd faggot. You know that?
Why are you saying that
well,
now?
How
you know something coming from you, I would take it as a compliment. You are just lucky that you are here on the telephone and talking because you think you're important for the moment. And you probably are in your own
you know what?
mind.
I'm glad your mom lost her leg and died, you faggot.
Because you're a sick individual.
Oh, my God.
How dare you go badmouth the show? I got a problem with you when you badmouth the show.
Well, then get your facts right. I don't badmouth the show.
Yes, you do.
No,
you went in the paper to Richard Johnson in the New York Post and you badmouthed the show.
Then quote me. What did I say that badmouthed the show?
Howard read the article, you big dumb faggot.
Well, what did he say?
You're a big nerd, you know that?
What? No, you can't
and your David and your ball lips and your razzles and your Liberace. You're a big faggot, man.
All right.
Well, better a big one than a little one, you moron.
Yeah, you're a turd.
And you're an idiot.
You're a turd,
and
man.
that's
you know
the extent of the entertainment.
How dare you go badmouth the show, you faggot.
Dare.
All right, well, this has
really
deteriorated.
Get me the lady to speak to that you saw before. It's outrageous.
It's outrageous. Go ahead.
Howard, can I do one thing more? I won't argue with you like that, but there was one thing that you did that I thought was a little upsetting.
Right.
When we first got the CBS show, you called me quite a bit, and you wanted to be part of it. But then when you got angry that day, you trashed the show, and I couldn't understand that.
Does your memory serve you well enough to know?
I mean, you've always been on our E! show. It's the same show.
Say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you remember that I never knew I was on mic when I spoke to you out in the hallway? I would have never said it.
What's the difference?
I would have never.
What difference does a mic make?
Your thoughts?
And it was on the show, and I had no way of.
So what?
What I was saying, you answered.
Why say it anyway? But why say
I was
it?
speaking privately to him.
So why say it privately?
To him,
those are your true feelings.
To Gary, I feel I can.
Yes. So the point is. So the point is.
The point is, you shouldn't have ambushed me and had the mic on.
I'm not complaining that you said it on the air. I'm just saying, hey, those are your true feelings.
No, but I didn't wish to say it on the air.
Well, what's the difference if you did or didn't?
Undermine you as you seek to undermine me.
That's fine if you undermine me, but I'd like to know people's true feelings.
Undermine you? What are you talking about?
I think you're jealous of my fame. I think in your mind you think that you are better than I am.
I do remember one thing you said. Howard's very a mean, controlling person, and everyone in his organization is afraid of him.
Mark said I was acting like Hitler.
Hitler-esque behavior, that's what I said.
That's what you said.
Hitler-esque behavior.
That's not bad, is it?
No. To compare someone to Hitler? To compare someone to Hitler?
No, you just said to me, this will be the last time unless I come on in bra and panties.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
But up until then, I've been mean to you?
Controlling.
Yes, of course, I have a show to do.
Mark, when you do the Mark Harris show, it's the Mark Harris show.
It's going to be the wannabe showcase, and everybody that wants to be will have their moment.
Yeah, but of course they've got to comply to what you want.
No, they'll sing what they want.
What if I don't want to sing?
To come on
then you can do what?
Why can't I be on the show? I don't have anything to do. You're so Hitler-esque.
What would you want to do?
I don't have anything I want to do. I just want to be on the show.
Ted Max amateur.
I just want to be on the show. I just want to be on the show. I want to be on the show and pick my nose. Is that okay? No. You're going to say no because you don't want that. So you're Hitler-esque.
Wait a minute. On radio, who's going to see you pick your nose?
Well, that's the point. So you make decisions on what people should do. That's called running a show.
We're thinking of ways of making you entertaining, and we decided to do a lie detector test. That's all.
That's all.
You acted as if we were going to torture you.
Right.
Well, I just don't find that.
Because you're afraid of the truth. The truth.
At 50 years old, the worst anyone can tell me is no.
No, the worst thing we can tell you is to take a lie detector test.
That seems to get
you nuts. All right, give us a little song. This is your Howard Stern song.
Okay.
All right, your new song. Do you have it memorized, or you need? You know.
What do you want me to do? Lip sync?
No. I think it's fine. Here you go.
You're going to sing, right?
Yes.
We have the track, so we'd like you to sing to the track.
Great. Oh, okay.
Is this it?
Yeah.
It starts with Sieg Heil.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, you think that's nice?
Listen to the sound effects.
All right. There's a burp.
Dear Howard Stern, you're disgraceful, can't you see?
Singing
the number one enemy of society.
This is all night.
You offer only dirt, while some girl picks up her skirt. Woo! So you might lose it all nationally.
That's not a nice song.
It's horrible.
First your CBS show, then your nightly E! show, and most of all, your radio.
You wish I'd lose all that.
No.
Yes, you do.
I don't. You're insecure, Stern. You really need a doctor. You're behind, maybe a proctor. Go would keep you down. Your
I'm not a clown.
All right, enough. Please, no one can take those songs.
In cabaret they do. And you're right, because they're all gay. They love that.
Mark Harris will be at, this is the point, Robin, he'll be at the new...
Yes, when he needs another plug, he's back.
Right. The new Huntington Townhouse this Sunday, the new Huntington Townhouse, for his Valentine's Day show. 8 p.m. dinner, 9 p.m. show. So after you eat...
So you'll be full when you...
You'll see it on a full stomach. Is it the nude Huntington Town or the nude?
Call my producer.
Is it the nude? The nude Huntington?
No.
Who's here with you? Your producer?
Yes.
I don't know.
She's a lovely lady.
Is she pretty?
I think so.
Are you engaged to her?
No.
I love when he gets engaged to women. So great. I love when you do that. You got to get
call Joey in.
What happened to that old woman you were going to marry?
Are you really looking to get married again?
No, but you want to hear about last night after the award show?
What?
Oh, so I was told, I was fixed up with this very wealthy guy here in New York named Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to the...
Was he mayor of New York at one time?
Hotel Regency.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm waiting there.
It's a blind date.
A blind date.
Okay.
But I know his brother and his mother wanted us to meet.
All right, so you go there, yes.
Anyway, so then I get a call, go over to this Lagaloo's, I think the name was.
Right.
And I just missed him by 5 minutes.
Oh.
So we never met.
Right.
So it will be continued.
And what happened to the woman?
I just told you, nothing.
Nothing.
No.
She broke up with you?
It's not a matter of that. She came out. She thought I did very well in performance at the Hollywood Roosevelt. She stayed in my house 5 days. She was very nice to Grace Robbins, who lives in my house, and she's a lovely woman, Grace. You
had a romance with her, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Yes.
And then she went back to New York. You never heard from her again?
Well, she wanted to sign a prenup, I bet. Is that her?
No, that's Grace Robbins.
Are you living with another woman? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No.
Oh.
Well, Grace is very attractive.
The way you think, no. Grace and I are very
nice.
friends.
Very
she
attractive.
just wrote some book.
Well, good. All right. Listen, all right, I got to end this. Mark's too fascinating for one interview.
It's true.
Once again, you have floored us with all of your stories of Liberace and Rock Hudson.
Wow.
And there's so much more to you that probably we'll never know. Mark Harris, thank you for coming back. I'm glad to see you. It shows you that I'm not insecure. I'm willing to put people on who criticize me.
Even people who hate you.
That's right.
So you're going to come to the new Huntington?
I'm going to look into that. I think I have to be there. Absolutely.
I really wish you would be there.
Yeah, and for Valentine's Day, I want to be with you.
Then I'm going to sing a personal Valentine song to you.
And I request that you go shop for a pretty pair of brown panties for your next appearance here, which I suggest you will wear.
Laces.
All right. Hitler says you're wearing brown panties.
Jawohl.
All right. Thank you, Mark Harris. Always great to see you. And and we'll be back with the news right after these words.
There's a man.